joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hawkeyes offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Trying play action. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dean. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think there's room to run to the right here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Thanks to grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off. And even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him somewhere.
Oh, man, you got to be right there,
move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Turning it on. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The play action fake. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Hawkeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Dean. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I ain't never seen computer go for it on 4th and 9.
Their opening drive
4th
of the
and
game,
nothing.
they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Going for 6.
Oh.
Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
These niggas be covering no bag. He just be standing there.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, setting the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for
13
all
fucking
the smoke.
plays.
Nice job by this offense.
Celery clock
Capitalizing
on
the
or something.
momentum,
Like,
getting a touchdown to start this football
they
game.
were 5 minutes off the clock in my screen. Ain't nothing but 8 minutes.
They're going out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Penn State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Wide open downfield. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
They ran the whole damn clock down. The fuck? Fuck you want me to do? Try to get a stop.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Nittany Lions will try to move the chains on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. There he goes. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. Well, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big fella moving. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Nittany Lions started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Extra point here will tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
Man, this is a stupid-ass game. I can see it.
By tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you
See,
what,
this gonna be a
position has
stupid ass
evolved
computer
so
game.
much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Oh, better look out! And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Now they'll run the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this
He lost it high and deep down the left side.
Get that shit out of here.
Trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now
Good
they're
stop,
staring
baby.
at 4th down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. At the 45 on his way. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. And
Try
they're
to do it
going
with
to
a different
lose yardage
back.
there. The defense completely owning the front. The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it.
Ooh, I had him.
Just too much of a rush, and
Hit the
down goes the quarterback just
fucking
behind
had
the
him,
midfield
man.
stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Steps away to find some room. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it on the outside. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Good boy.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass. And that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Damn, man. Get down there and throw a fucking
here by
play.
the defense. It's their first of the half. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. The short hands. It's Dean.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
Yeah, I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Looking down the middle.
I was right there, man.
Downfield.
Oh,
the offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
I was literally right
See if
there.
they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, just steamrolling the defense. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming.
I know time motion.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? And the Hawkeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
I know time motion.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. Tight end finds a soft spot. And not much doing.
They better not say he was out of bounds.
Him out of bounds.
They be cheap, man. They be fucking cheap. No motherfucking out of bounds.
Looking to fire. Into the end zone.
They be fucking cheap, bro.
Fired in from the red zone.
I hate the people. They be cheap for these motherfuckers like a bitch. This dude just standing in the pocket.
Job by this offense, sustaining the drive.
They let him get tackled inbounds and stop the clock, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. That would have been me. That clock would have been gone. Cheating ass shit, bro. I see why they fucking 4-0. They cheat to get there. Fuck out of here, man.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he wants it all.
See how they made him drop it because he had it in his hand? See how they made him drop it because he had it in his hand and there was time left? But they know I got a timeout left. They ain't be fucking cheating like a bitch. Now they gonna let him get to me now.
Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this
Oh,
half.
I swear, boy. They be cheap for teams so bad, but I ain't gonna trip. I know what I'm about to do.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for
you know what I'm about to do? They can't run. We can't run. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top
It's
today.
2 guys checking in.
And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Beaver Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
That's fine.
The Hawkeyes will get ready to crank up the second half.
At home. That's what been going on all year, bro. I got a great team this year.
At a return, it's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision.
Nobody
they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket.
They mad because they couldn't get through, so they're going to make them
is
fake-ass holding call.
holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
The dude bad because he couldn't get in there.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Shit.
Now on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man on the right. Straight into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires left. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Looking to throw. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. They stop it short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field.
No matter, bro. He left the corner and went after the tight end. But if I threw it to the corner, he would have been on the wide receiver. That's
the give to the back. Sweet cut there. After that one, the White's so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Hawkeyes want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
There he goes.
Fucking blitzing this man on that side, and you don't even let nobody get in there. Yeah, bro.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time.
Hey, that good.
Next going for the goal line.
Hey, that good.
A great catch and run for 6.
Because the man don't throw downfield. The man just throw little ass dots. And they make them go wide. They make sure.
So let the quarterback deal. Great job.
Every time I got a wide open to do that pressure, just get there as soon as I'm throwing.
And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14,
Look, soon as my guy get open, they let the guy in.
You put a good drive together.
Every fucking
This is a
time.
7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
But when we ready to get his ass, he just step up and just throw the ball.
All of a sudden, your defense gets a stop.
Fuck out of
Who knows,
here.
better yet, gets a turnover. This game,
He's loose.
These niggas ain't even fast enough for the catch my team. And he let them fucking do that shit. Trash ass game.
And once he got away from the knee, they had no
Fuck
shot
that.
at catching him.
love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Power football with the run.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays.
There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
But we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
A stop in cold maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
What's important in this game, this offense, gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, bro, that shit's stupid.
And the Hawkeyes
They
will
go
punt
for it
this
on
one
4th and
away.
goal, but they
This will be the
punt it.
second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The run from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Got it, looking for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to pass on second down. Buys a little time. Trying to bull his way in. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Parker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Snap from the gun on third down. He lets it fly. He's got it down the right side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs. And this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
That is fucking
Breaks into the open.
Look at that. That is
He almost punched it in for 6. That'll get him down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal as they can just take their time and try to put this one out of reach. The option look. Now the toss. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Trying to power it in.
Get it! Get that bitch!
And they knock it loose. Defense picks it
Let's
up.
go!
Almost popped out of there for a
They
huge
just stripped that
return,
shit.
and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive going to the air. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Moves away as he feels pressure.
Oh.
And as he throws.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing.
You can say we struggling all we want, bro.
QB's
Shut the
played
fuck
better games
up.
before. And I'm interested
Your
to
mama
watch.
struggled.
Can he stay positive?
She
Can he
struggled when
finish
she
this
had your
game
bitch
off
ass.
on a good note?
Takes the handoff. It's Martin. Got room at the 35. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Forced out of the pocket. He's taking a deep
Oh,
shot.
bro, drag a fucking feet,
And this
bro.
defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Makes the grab past the marker. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Here's the pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty
this would
flag
be a
on
10-second
the
run
field,
off.
but I think the defense might have the option.
That's
just to
bullshit,
take this play.
man.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes
thought
the
that was a
offense on
10-second
second
run.
down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the
And he out of
game,
bounds,
they've got
man.
first and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Takes a snap, wants to throw.
I hate this game, bro. I fucking hate this game, bro.
And now
Man, the slow-ass linebacker.
into a 3-game slide and a season of promise.
I
has
fucking
now had a lot of
hate this
promises, but
fucking
Yeah,
game,
this is a team
man.
that really needs to take a
Man,
long,
I'm done.
hard